Hello, Jane Gill here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make this lovely Christmas card using my new Festive Fuzzies for 2021. Here's a reindeer and the code for the stamp is JGS 781. I'm also going to be using a set of craft dies from Sue Wilson. This is the postage stamp frame CED 5532. I'm using the largest postage stamp die and one of the inner straight edged dies as well. I'm also going to use some foundation card from Creative Expressions, craft card and the rich red. And I'm also using some cosmic shakers. I've got pumpkin patch, I've got dusky mink, and I have got raspberry rose. You'll also need a red ink pad and some cosmic twinkles and pearl PVA from Cosmic Shimmer. The first thing you're going to do is die cut using the straight edge a piece of card, and you're going to stamp the reindeer on that, and I've done that with black and I've embossed it with clear powder. I've also stamped his head on a separate piece of card and I'm going to cut that out. So those are two pieces that you're going to need. The first thing we're going to do is colour him in. So let's get my craft mat in place, and I'm going to use the shimmer shakers, and I've already put them into my palette. I'm going to use a water brush and create a nice paint with the shimmer shakers. I want a lot of water with this because I don't want it terribly dark, and we're going to decorate the background of this image to start off with. Now it's not watercolor card, it's the coconut white card, so it's not going to act the same as watercolor card, but will produce the correct effect that I would like to use today. So I'm just putting this all the way around the background, and if you wanted to, you can add a little bit of the pumpkin patch one as well. Just keep moving it around until you've covered the whole of the background. Now I'm not going to do all of this, but as you can see, the outline is very fuzzy, so it doesn't matter if you go over the outline at all and into the image at all. So we'll keep on colouring that in until you're happy with the result. All right, but I have one already done, and what I've done here we are, I've coloured him in with the pumpkin patch, and I have just used the dusky mink on the background, pumpkin splash, not pumpkin patch, on his body, and I've used the red on the hat. You're not actually going to see this, but it's a good idea to colour it. Just give it a bit of a wash, because when you see it from an angle, you will see the colour behind it, as you can see there. And I've also coloured the head, but made a better job of it than on here, so it's a little bit darker, a little bit more detail. What you can do now is, taking a alcohol pen, you can add a little bit of detail in the background with some little dots around the edge. This is completely optional, but I quite like the way it frames the image, and it goes really well with the stamped stars that I'm going to put on in just a moment. So you carry on doing that all the way around, and then you can take a red ink pad and the little stars that are on the stamp set, and you can stamp some of the stars on the background like so, and cover the whole of the background with those. And once you've done that, leave that all to dry. So you've done the head and the body. Then you need to stamp the greeting on a piece of scrap card. Give that a wash of the dusky mink. Add a little bit of red if you wanted to. And you're going to put that onto some red card. And to create the little hill of snow at the top, like I've done there, I've cut a little piece of white card like so, and I have stuck it on the back of there, and I've got some foam pad ready to go, and that's going to be assembled onto my card, and we're going to use the Sparkly Pearl PVA onto it. Let me just show you how that works. It dries quite clear, and it will then leave a slightly translucent finish, but it's full of glitter. So it's going on white at the moment, but it will dry clear and create a very nice snowy effect. That will probably take, I'd say, about an hour to dry on there, and I'd probably put a couple of coats on it as well. And I'd do the same for his hat and the bobble on the end as well, but I'll do that when it's assembled. Now, to make his head wobbly, I've created a little wobble spring. I do have some of these pre-bought ones, but I could not find them anywhere, so I've made my own. I have punched a couple of circles from black card with a 1-inch paper punch, and you need a little bit of wire and a thick pen. So take some wire off there and wrap it round once, twice, 3 times and a bit. Cut that off. So you want wire that's reasonably flexible that you can cut with scissors. So I wrap that round, make sure you got it nice and tight, slip it off the pen, and then you've got that lovely little spring. And just flatten those end bits a little bit, because what you'll do now is you'll get your hot glue gun or glossy accents, cover that circle, and you're going to stick the wire onto the black circle, and do the same thing with this one at the other end. Again, either a hot glue gun or glossy accents, or even glue dots will work. And when that's stuck together, it'll look like this. So that's what creates the springiness. And to assemble the card, you're just going to put some PVA glue on here, put him in the middle of there, PVA glue on there, and stick that over the head on your card. Now you want to do all that once you've got it all assembled on your base card, which is 5x7. I've got my die, I've got my red backing sheet, and on goes the image, and you'll then put your head onto that to finish, and then your greeting as well. So when it's all done, it will look like this. I've also put little 25 there, which I've die cut with some letters I had in my stash, and I put glossy accents on his nose, and I've done that separately, so that is raised as well. But that is really completely up to you. You can put glossy accents directly onto the head. You don't have to 3D it. And I've added some cosmic twinkles in red apple around the edge and on his hat. And as you can see, this is the Sparkle PVA in Crystal Sparkle, decorated the top, so it's all nice and dry, so you can see how clear it goes. So it doesn't matter if you go over the edge, it will still show through, but retain a lovely, glossy, shiny finish. It's really fun. Look at that. I hope you enjoyed that, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.